Well, it started when I was about 4 years of age. I was spoken to by a voice which, as a little baby boy, I didn't know the difference. It told me to go climb the fence into the next door neighbours, go inside the house, and I was quite timid to do that. And I come to this bathroom door, and this voice said to me, "I want you to go in." And when I go in there, there's this woman laying on the floor, and the voice said to me, "Now, behind the door in the corner is a little boy asleep. I want you to wake him up and step over the lady's legs, don't touch her, and take him outside. Then go tell your mother." When I went to get him out, the lady had turned a motley blue, and what had happened, she'd been electrocuted. I went back and told my mother. She now took no notice, and then there was several hours later she actually went in there, and the little boy was back in the room again, in the bathroom, and the lady was dead. So that was my first account, and I started to realise then older people aren't that bright.
If God had a name, what would it be, and would you call it to his face? If you were faced with him and all his
Alright, Grant, what else do you think we should be touching on that the people need to know at this point in time?
Well, we ought to be informing the people as to the brainwashing techniques that are already affecting them, and the methods by which they have been brainwashed and are continually being brainwashed. The way that we think here in this world is all programmed from the time you've come out of your mother's womb and you're learning about this world. You are programmed by teachers of this world of corruption. This world is corrupt, and the system is corrupt, and the education system and the way that we teach our children is totally corrupt. And it comes through the schools, through the universities, through the whole structure of community that is set up virtually to listen to those who have gone before us, and we're setting our mind upon their precedent.
And going on the radio with Camilla, Stove and Labrat. Hey, say what you like. I've been putting up for 60 years, don't worry about it. No, not at all. I am a realist. What I deal with is facts. What I have actually basically done is lived a lifetime of very strange, miraculous things, and fighting off the tendency to be an atheist, because I didn't believe the religions of the world, thinking they were all utter nonsense. I crashed a logging truck off a cliff when I was living in Canada. As I'm sliding down the hill as an atheist, I think, well, this is it, I'm dead. And the truck turned over on its side and went into a stand of trees about 185 feet into a valley the truck was plunging into. And next thing I'm in a white light. And I thought, hello, here I come, God. A big change of attitude right there. And I go into this light, and I'm taken up to the heavenly realm, and then they tell me who I am, send me back down, sit me on this truck which is now floating up at road level, all crushed and smashed, and then it drifts down into the valley, and I thought, this is what death is, and it was very, very confusing to me. But my task from that point onwards was to work out the codes that has been created in the creation itself, which goes into the Great Pyramid. So when I finally do all the numbers, I had to translate the Bible, study Hebrew, Greek and Aramaic, and finally I went into the numbers of the earth, and with GPS equipment we're able to plot the location I'm living now, where I was born, etc. But most interestingly, before I got into the pyramid itself, was the pyramid seems to have been opened, if you like, by the way it was built, by the lunations and the solar eclipses that occurred after 1922. People have a stab at making money at these things. I'm trying to stick to reality. And we are, in actual fact, creatures of a spirit, as opposed to being something that's evolved and slid out the backside of a cyst like 3.5 billion years ago. So we've been dumbed down to thinking that science knows all the answers when they don't.